Well, Israel's military is conducting more raids in the occupied West Bank. At least one Palestinian has been killed in Kalandia near Ramallah. Military convoys have entered Jenin in the north and Hebron in the south. People in Jenin say they heard gunfire as two neighbours were taken into custody. And this was Israeli forces and Palestinian fighters exchanging fire in the town of Qalqilya. Palestinian Authority officials say two people have been killed during the Israeli raids. Nida Ibrahim is live for us in Kalandia, near Ramallah, in the occupied West Bank. Nida, so just give us an update of what the latest situation is.
Let me show you better than I can tell you about the aftermath of hours and hours of raids by the Israeli forces to this area, which is the Qalandia refugee camp, as well as the Kufr Aqab area. This is one of the stores whose owners have not been there when the Israeli forces raided it. They've nevertheless stormed it, broken the glass, fired tear gas inside. And the store owners have told us that the tear gas has melted some of the clothes, and it was only a coincidence that it did not have a full-blown fire. There's also this shop as well, same story. They say that also not only that the Israeli forces have raided in accompanied with the Israeli police, but also that the tax controllers have came in and asked those Palestinians to pay fines related to income tax. To give you some context, this area is under the jurisdiction of the Jerusalem municipality, the Israeli-controlled one, and this area is considered part of occupied East Jerusalem, but it's outside the Israeli separation wall, which means they get 0 to almost 1% of services that they have been entitled to. This is why they say it's not fair for them to be paying those taxes and not getting services. They've been handed over those fines, including one Palestinian, Ahmed Ramadan. Let's talk to him. You know, when we entered earlier, this area was like the smell of tear gas has been so heavy. Ahmed and his colleagues have been spraying it to kind of control the smell and the effects of the aftermath. Ahmed, can
you tell me exactly what happened when the army soldiers arrived here? I was working on a car. I stood at the doorstep. They started to... I tried to shut down my gate. I tried to leave. They arrested me, dragged me in, and started beating and battering me. My cousin was helping me with the car. We were both handcuffed, roughed up, battered, and beaten. From 9 in the morning up to 5 in the afternoon, we were tied, battered, and beaten. Yeah, this you can see. This is the result. We were beaten up and battered. After that, they took the computer which we use for inspection. I told him that it is not working, it is not operating. I told him it is not possible. At that point, he hit me with a heavy tool. After that, they dragged me in once again. After that, a female soldier started to draw the David Star, the flag of Israel, and started smashing every object inside the workshop. As you can see, behind this wall, all the equipment were smashed. They also took away 3 gas cylinders. We were not able to act. We even tried to leave, but we couldn't. I stayed inside. Yeah. By the grace of God, my life was spared. If 10 minutes more, I believe I could have been killed. This is where they came from that direction. By the time I saw them, I started to collect my tools and tried to close the gate. By the time more than 150 soldiers stormed the workshop, they started beating and battering me for more than 30 minutes. After that, they asked me to operate one of the cars. And after that, they asked me, where are the guns? Where are the arms? He then asked me, where are the narcotics? I told him, this is a workshop. We don't have any arms. We do not have any narcotics. They roughed me and my cousin up, and after that, they handed me a ticket, like a fine.
So they handed him a fine to pay income tax. And it's worth mentioning that also we've been seeing armed confrontations between Palestinian fighters and the Israeli forces. And we have a funeral that is currently undergoing for a 32-year-old Palestinian, Ali Alqam, who has succumbed to wounds after he's been hit by Israeli forces with a live bullet to the heart.
All right, Nida, thanks for that. The impacts of Israeli raids in the occupied West Bank. Thank you.